We're gonna write a letter. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now, here's the thing about letter writing, is that it is almost what people call a forgotten art. And that is because a lot of times these days, what we do is we email. And that's cool. Email is kind of like letter writing, except it's not. Letter writing is awesome. Letter writing is important. If you haven't written a letter to somebody, you're about to have a really amazing experience. It's an amazing experience because getting letters is the best. It is so great. Getting letters is fun. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna write a letter. Here we go. Dear, ready? Jim Bridenstine. Holy smokes, do you know that name? You should. This is the administrator of NASA, Bridenstine. And he is actually a really cool guy. Dear Jim Bridenstine, we're writing you a letter today. This is what's gonna happen. Oh my gosh, you guys, you should definitely, you should definitely write a letter to Jim Bridenstine, who is the administrator of NASA. Jim Bridenstine is in charge of the next mission to the moon. Very next person who walks on the moon is almost certainly a person who's a woman. That is amazing. So exciting. Now, it's not gonna be a kid who gets to go to the moon just yet. That's in the future. But we're gonna have kids in space, and that's why you're gonna write a letter to Jim Bridenstine, to let Jim Bridenstine know that you wanna go to space. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. Did I tell you this is gonna be awesome or what? Holy wow. All right, so first of all, I like to date the letter. Now, if you're in the military, you'd write it like this. 2020. And then I would write this. Dear Jim Bridenstine. So that's a great way to start a letter, really. I mean, that is a terrific way. You could also say, hello, allow me to introduce myself. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Mike Mongo. I am a 10-year-old, I'm a 12-year-old, I'm a 14-year-old, I'm an 18-year-old, whichever. I am a, watch this, I am a 55-year-old person, like you would say student, who gets to work with students, that's you, in the USA and around the world. Watch this, period. Look at that. My job is to encourage students, that's you. My job is to encourage students to pursue careers in space. I would like to be an astronaut teacher in space. And then, this is important. Thank you. Very much. And then you sign it. I use my cursive signature. After writing that, we'd fold it up. So you fold it halfway. And then there. And then this goes in an envelope. Okay, so first of all, we got to write the address on there. This is, and if you look in the show notes, you'll find that I put the address for Jim Bridenstine. You can write your own letter to the administrator of NASA. I have given you that opportunity by putting the address in the show notes. So you can look in the show notes and you'll be able to find the address for Jim Bridenstine, administrator of NASA. Jim Bridenstine is going to be remembered as one of the best administrators of NASA we've ever had. Took over at a difficult time, making space for everybody so that there's a place for everybody at NASA. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what your background is, as long as you're awesome, you're welcome. Office of the Administrator. How cool is that? Administrator of NASA. And don't have your parents fill this out. You get to do it. Attention, ATTN, Jim Bridenstine. How cool is that? And because NASA's so big, you get to write NASA headquarters. I'm thinking of like the Avengers headquarters. And then the last thing is the city, Washington, D.C. That's the District of Columbia. And then the zip code. Okay, that's that. That's called addressing the envelope. The next thing that I'm gonna do is put my own address on there. Okay, so that's what I would put, and that's gonna be an addressed envelope. That's what it looks like. See, the part you put down is on the other side, just like this. Letter goes in the envelope, and that's how that works. This is an old style letter. This is how we used to do it. See this? This is called gum or glue. So you take the envelope and you do this. No, I'm not even kidding, we really do this. You lick the gum. It's not great tasting. Sometimes they make it good tasting, but this is nothing to write home about. The flavor was nothing to write home about. And that is an addressed envelope. It's addressed and sealed. Look, like honestly. So we have these new envelopes that they just they're self-adhesive. Here in the future, we use self-adhesive, but this is the real thing. I want you to know how we did it. I'll put it in the sun because it is the time of coronavirus. So we go back over here. These are stamps. These were so cool, I had to get 2 sheets of them. You can get stamps to match anything that you like. I used to be really into Hot Wheels. Look how great these are. Look at that, Rocket by Baby. That's a space stamp. And Sesame Street stamps. Sesame Street stamps. I love them. Look how great that stamp is. This is why it's so fun to mail letters. I should use an astronaut stamp for the director of NASA, right? So it only takes 1 stamp. It goes on here, watch. Look, and then you put it right there. Look how cool that is. And now it's ready to mail. I'm gonna put a sticker on his envelope. Look how great that letter is. Wow. We're mailing a letter, and you can too, and you should, as a student, mail a letter to the administrator of NASA. Just like that. That's how you do it. This is signed, sealed, and delivered. I'll put this in the mailbox today. They'll pick it up and then take it there. That's all I had to do to get a letter to the administrator of NASA. I guarantee you that Jim Bridenstine is gonna write a letter back to me. And then I'll have that forever. You can do this. You have to do this. Enroll a grown-up and they will help you do this, okay? We're all on the same page? And that, my friends, is how to write a letter.